Hi there, and thank you for taking some time to find out about what we do here at Living Brave. My name is Guy Bloom. I'm the owner of the company, and we focus on three main areas when it comes to enabling leaders and managers and culture. And that is executive coaching, team effectiveness, and leadership and management development. Now, I want to talk to you just for a few minutes about what we do, just to bring that to life. And if that resonates, then it'd be great to have a further conversation about how we can do something very real for you that can really shift the dynamic and the environment that you're trying to create. Executive coaching, that's where you work one-on-one with either myself or one of the team, depending on what the chemistry is and what it is that you want to put your energy into. And that's where you're working with somebody who can bring a set of dynamics that doesn't exist within the organization. And that's because as an exec coach, we're very often working with, over a period of decades, well, quite literally hundreds of senior executives who have trodden the road before, and we're able to bring the observations, the counsel, the training, the input to a set of conversations that's very hard to get maybe from within your own organization. And that means you want to put the energy and the focus into somewhere you want to go, something that you're maybe stuck on, a redefining of something, creating clarity around a personal mindset, finding the way of presenting something differently, having the absolute clarity of the vision that you have for yourself or your team. Of course, there's a huge spectrum of things that can be covered in executive coaching, but it is to work with somebody that will do a number of things. Number one, reinforce the great things that you're doing, but also to bring challenge and curiosity and counsel to the things that are not working in your favor. And that means having a really robust set of conversations. It also means feeling safe and the ability to have a real set of connections with the person that you're coaching with, that they're there not to do something to you, but actually to enable you, and they're actually there for you. And that's really important. The coach is there for the individual, but at the same time, they're going to hold you to account for action and output and for things that are tangible. So when you're working with us in the space of executive coaching, then you're working with a group of people that can bring that energy, that focus, that set of questions and challenges and curiosity, and also counsel to helping you or the individual move themselves forward. Team effectiveness. That is where we come in and work with a team within the organization, usually mid to senior executive level, and we are helping that team to either form and create and become connected to each other, or to help a team that is already in situ to connect better, because maybe actually there's been a disintegration of relationships, and very often to work with teams that are already on point, but allowing them and enabling them to stay sharp and at the top of their game. So we're not coming in to ordain you with our wondrousness on how to run an organization at a commercial level. That's something completely different. We're not business mentors. We are focusing, however, on the dynamic of the individuals within that team. We generally focus on four areas: trust, accountability, bravery, and connection. And that is how the team creates trust amongst itself and how others can trust the team. Accountability, what does ownership look like? What does it mean to be at this table as a part of this team? So not just individual contributors that come and report to each other, but a group of people that are actually focused on taking ownership for what good looks like throughout the organization just as much as within themselves. Bravery, that courageous ability to have the honest conversation, the conversation that needs to be had in an elegant way that adds value and isn't just beating somebody up over the head with a big stick. And finally, connection. And that's a big one for teams. That is one of the big differentiators between high and low performance. And that is not, do we like each other? Is there a social veneer of pleasantries? But actually, do we have each other's back? Do we agree that we've all got to get over the line at the same time? And the big question, of course, is, are we willing to contribute to others outside of our own need? And that very often is one of the big definers whether a team has made those final connections, that they're actually looking after each other, even though they're striving and driving for the outputs that they are. So working with the team there's a lot involved, from diagnostic and insights and giving a team that overview of how it is impacting on others or themselves, through to holding them to account for a set of behaviours and values that they've committed to. Really, we may say that executive coaching manifests in the team effectiveness place as us becoming almost a performance coach for the team itself. So quite a few things that we can do in that space, but it's about driving a group of people to connect, engage, and to deliver the outputs that they're all agreed on doing. Now, leadership and management development, we have 3 programs. We have Momentum, we have Inspire, and we have Empower. Those 3 programs take somebody on a journey through an entire career, or of course, if you're already there, they're there to reinforce and to add huge value. Momentum is for people almost at the start of their journey. What does good look like? How do I give feedback? What are the questions I can use when I'm having a performance conversation? All the things that you would want somebody who's moving into a management position or is already in situ but hasn't had the input or the foundational basics to actually really, in essence, to help them. Then when we move into Inspire, that's for the more experienced manager, somebody that is already running a team, may have been doing so for some time, but has either never had the input into actually what to do properly, but by golly, they've just worked hard and got there, or it was a long, long time ago. So actually, when we look at anything in life, things have moved on. The vocabulary, the frames of reference, the tools that we've got have shifted. And for a lot of people in that mid-space, it is about sometimes reinvigorating, re-energizing, and I'm going to use another word with the word recalibrating people in terms of they do things very well, but actually, where could they be shifting the needle? And then we have Empower, and that's for that more senior executive level individual or group of individuals that want inputs that are much more specific. For example, they know how to give feedback, but they struggle to give feedback to a particular kind of character. They may want the energy or the focus around the way that they win hearts and minds more than just how they motivate an individual. It is about an input at a more senior level, which is more reflective, with the intent to stretch somebody who has ridden the horse before, may have a vast amount of experience, but actually would like to and can see the value in investing in their own development to calibrate, to reinforce, and to give them that energy and that focus to just shift them forward from whatever it is that they're putting their energy into. Now, those 3 programs exist independently, but very often, of course, what we're doing is we're having a conversation with you and we're customizing and taking elements from the best of all of these programs to bring them into something that would add huge value for you. Okay, that's it. That's what we do. Executive coaching, team effectiveness, and leadership and management development. Every single one of those is a bigger conversation in itself, because what you have at your end is not as simple as just something that's on a piece of paper. You will need a conversation about specifically what the scenarios are, the people involved, the context in which you're operating. And that's, of course, where if this has resonated with you, then reach out and we can have a conversation that takes things deeper, and we can offer you a set of stepping stones and a way of approaching something that will feel very much custom for you. So on that note, I do hope that we get the opportunity to have a conversation at some point. Take care.